Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, the one and only Strawberry Ice, coming to you from the Ice Cave. Got the show started a little later than I normally do today because I was watching the Nick Castellanos press conference. And the biggest thing I took out of what he said at the press conference, they asked him about winning and what he thinks is going to happen here, championships and all that stuff. Nick looked at the microphone and goes, win, meaning we're going to win. That's the point. And that's the day in, day out mentality you need and you want on your baseball team. You want to go out there and you want a gamer, guys that goes out there, puts it all on the line to win for that day. That's why, if you looked on my Sports Strawberry Ice Facebook page, I had a couple different videos on there about Castellanos and how he said that every day is opening day. And he commented about it on the press conference today that it's a mindset. It's how to trick himself that every day is opening day, meaning you go 0 for 4, 0 for 5 yesterday, forget about it. Today's a new day. Forget about it. Strap the helmet on and let's go. You know, that's the kind of mentality you need. And just to hear, again, on the Facebook page, Sports Strawberry Ice, Joe Madden, what he said about Castellanos and how much he loved him playing for him and how much that means to Nick, because when he heard the comments, it almost brought him to tears. And that says a lot about him, that he really takes pride in showing up to work every day and hustling and putting it all out there, you know? So I'm very excited about Nick and the Cincinnati Reds. We are going to have a very good season this year. I want to get into some of the deal. Yesterday I reported it was a 4-year deal. There wasn't any details to it. I got some details now. It's a 4-year deal, $64 million. There are 2 opt-out seasons. I know one of them is after 2020. I think the other one's after 2024. And get back to the press conference. The funny thing was one of the people from the press asked Nick, you know, why do you have these opt-outs? And, well, Scott Boras was sitting next to him, and Nick grabbed the mic and turned it to Scott, and you answer that. And, you know, basically he just said, yada, 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 you know. You know why he did it. Because if he has a monster year, he can opt out and get even more money from us or from somebody else. And you know what? They're in it to make money, and you're only doing it for so long. So I don't blame him. I like the fact that the incentive is there. Not that I don't think this guy really needs incentive, but it's even more of an incentive to have a really good year this year. Because I was fine we signed him for 1 year. I just wanted to get him on this team. So, I understand why you had the 2 opt-outs. We'll see what happens. He's probably going to opt out of one of them. But we'll find out what happens. And if you notice, he's going to be wearing number 2 jerseys. So, all you Reds fans, go out there and buy yourself a number 2 jersey with Nick Castellanos. Now, there were some, yesterday, after this came out, MLB Network said this, and some our local radio show host here in Cincinnati said this, which I don't get. Okay, you do your projected lineup and everything, and everybody was projecting Castellanos in left, Aquino in right, and Shogo in center. And I'm like, wait a second, where are you going to put Senzel at? And the radio show host said, well, I think this shows that, you know, he's not in the Reds' immediate future. And then it started coming out that the Reds are shopping him. Which I'm like, okay, the only time they've been talking about trading Senzel is for a guy named Francisco Lindor. That would be worth trading Senzel for. Now, I don't understand why people all of a sudden just assume that Aquino is going to automatically start over Senzel. Senzel is a number 2 pick overall in the MLB draft. If you compare his minor league numbers to Aquino's numbers, they're not even close. Senzel has hit and hit and hit. No, he hasn't. No, he didn't hit for the power that Aquino did in August. Nobody has. That was a record-setting month. Now, if you think Aquino's going to hit like that during the whole season, then you're crazy. There's a better chance he's going to hit like he hit in September and like he hit in winter ball than he did in August, because that's the way he hit all throughout the minors. That's why he got released by the Reds a year ago, and they re-signed him. So, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I would love it if he hits like he did. And Senzel plays awesome, and it's a tremendous heartache and hard for David Bell to find spots for everybody to play because everybody's knocking the cover off the ball. That would be awesome. I just don't understand why it's just a given that he's going to start, Aquino that is, over Senzel. That doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, Senzel is the guy we've been clamoring for to get up here. Last year, we said, we got to get Senzel in. We got to get Senzel in. The man learned how to play center field pretty much in spring training just so he could make the Major League roster because second base was filled by Scooter Gennett at the time. So, I don't get it. Maybe I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I would much rather think that Senzel has a better shot of having a longer career and a better start than Aquino does just by the past numbers. And like Chris Welch always says, you got to go by the numbers on the back of their baseball card. That's most likely what they're going to do. So, anyway, I just don't understand the whole, Nick Senzel is not a part of our immediate future. I will say, if he said immediate future, later on we might need him, but I think he's part of it now. All right, finally. Man, it seems like the Bearcats, it feels like it's been a month since they played. It's really only been like less than a week. But still, they are on the court tonight at 7 o'clock. You can watch it on ESPN News. They're taking on the SMU Mustangs. Now, this will be the 19th meeting overall between SMU and Cincinnati. Cincinnati leads the series 13-5 overall. This is the best part. We are 8-0 at Fifth Third Arena. So there's a pretty good chance we should do very well tonight. I don't want to say we're going to win because you never know. That's why you play the game. We're tied 3-3 all time in Dallas. And the Bearcats won both games last year. So, I got to say this. The Bearcats, like I've said this before in other shows, the Bearcats have to win all their games. Pretty much all their games the rest of the year to get into the tournament. Now that Jaron Cumberland is our starting point guard, which you heard it here first. I said this a couple weeks ago that he should be. And Javon should be the starting shooting guard. You have the Cumberland connection. Now, hey, if any UC students are out there and you guys are going to the Ruckus tonight, if you don't know what the Ruckus is the student section for the Bearcats. Make a sign. Be awesome. The cousin connection. I started it, but Anyway, that'd be a cool shout out to me saying, hey, Strawberry. Anyway, all right, I'm getting totally off task here. Anyway, but if you look at our starting five, who I think is starting five going to be going down the stretch. You had Javon and Jaron at guards. You got Chris Vogt, center. Keith Williams, forward, and Trayvon Scott, the other forward. Those five right there, if they get their games together, where Trayvon Scott, you just need to be a beast on the boards. Forget shooting three-pointers. You can hit them, but not consistently enough to shoot them. You are a mid-range jumper. You get the ball at the top of the key, shot fake, dribble to the free throw line, shoot it. You can make that shot very consistently. That game has got to open up for you. But be a beast on the boards. Chris Vogt has been unbelievable. Way better. I mean, I didn't even heard of the guy before. He is so much better than I thought he would be when I first saw him. I thought he's slow and bad footwork. But no, the dude, if you watch him play, he beats them before he gets the ball. He's already in position. And he's already got the defender beat most of the times before he has the ball. So anyway, those five, and Keith Williams, he can go off and score 20. If this system works the way it looks like it'll work at times, if they can consistently get that, we can go pretty far, I think. Now, yes, I am a homer, and I'm always going to look at my teams as the greatest thing that could happen, not the worst thing. But, hear me out. This year's college basketball, there's no dominant team. There's not. You don't have Zion Williamson, the number one overall pick at Duke. You don't have that guy this year. There's no teams that, in the past years, people can say, oh, there's 5 teams that could win it, that have a legit shot at winning it. I don't know if any quote-unquote college basketball expert right now can say, this team can do it, this team, put it down to 5. It could be 10, including the Bearcats, who they could get hot, and this could happen. Like I said, we got to make sure we get in first, but I'm very excited about the offense and the way it looks at times, and I think they're starting to figure it out. But we'll see. All right. So for my hockey fans, Columbus Blue Jackets, are you guys fiending? You itching for some hockey? I know I am. They're still on the All-Star break. Next game is not till this Saturday at Buffalo. Now, the Blue Jackets are on a 6-game winning streak going into the break. They still have the number 1 spot in the wild card. They're only 3 points out of 3rd place. Obviously, you want to get to 3rd place. You get to 3rd place, you're guaranteed to get into the playoffs. And if you move up to 2nd or 3rd, obviously, the higher you go, the better it's going to be. That's neither here nor there. But they're on a 6-game winning streak. Last time they are on a winning streak like this, they made it to 16 games in a row. And the funny thing is, they did that when they didn't have the bread man. He wasn't on the team then. This team right now reminds me a lot of that team. Now, some people say they're peaking too early, which they probably are, but they had to because of the terrible start they got off to. They had to peak now. Hopefully, when the peak is over, they can come back up because, it's teams go up and down. There's runs. We just can't have the loss be too long. They got to be able to get it back. And the way their defense is and the way these young guys are stepping up, it could be a fun second half. I'm hoping it will be. We'll see. Hey, the Cyclones, local hockey, they're playing tonight at 7:30. I know this is one of everybody's favorite nights. It's kind of a crazy night. It's dollar beer night. You never know what's going to happen. Everybody makes the pyramids on the glass, which you're not technically supposed to do, but everybody does it anyway. And then the players knock it over, and everybody goes nuts. Wow! Which, if it's a blowout, it's cool. But if you're actually trying to watch the game, it's kind of annoying. But, like I said, they are in 2nd place in the Western Conference. Go check them out. Should be fun for all. All right, sad news to report. Well, reported yesterday, the death of Kobe Bryant and his daughter, Gigi. Did you see what UConn did last night? It was pretty cool. Gigi, was planning on, said her goal was to go play for UConn and Gino, and her number was number 2. So last night, UConn's women's basketball team had a number 2 jersey and put it on the bench with flowers in her honor last night. So that was pretty cool. That was heartwarming. The whole thing's very sad. The police are still trying to figure out what happened because, from what I've been told, if you look at a map, he's only supposed to go from here to here, but he went all the way up north. And nobody really knows why, other than the fact that it was really foggy and they shouldn't have been flying the helicopter. From what I've read and listened to, imagine jumping into a pool full of milk, which sounds disgusting, but try to open your eyes in that. They couldn't see anything. So, they're still trying to figure out stuff. It's a tragic ending to a great basketball player and a dad and a budding star in Gigi. Anyway, Super Bowl. There's been so much going on, I haven't even had a chance to even talk about the Super Bowl. That's that game Sunday night with the Reds and Kobe and everything else going on. Last night was the media day. Media day is always kind of crazy. It's weird people asking silly questions and dressing up in costumes, and it has become more of a show than anything else. But it pretty much kicks off Super Bowl week. So, Super Bowl is Sunday. I'm not going to give my prediction yet. If you if you follow me at all on Twitter or Facebook or any of these videos I do on YouTube, you probably know who I'm going to pick and going to be rooting for. But you're going to have to wait to see for that. All right, guys. Well, that's just sports. baby. Follow me on Facebook at Sports with Strawberry Ice, Twitter, the YouTube channel, and check out the podcast. Recording it as we speak. So if you can't look at this beautiful face, you can listen to my wonderful voice on Spotify. Let's see, it's on Breakers. I think Google Play has it too. It's starting to get more applications that are showing it. So do me a favor, tweet it out, Facebook it, tell all your friends about me. That's just sports, baby. See you guys.